All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know.
Alter, Lil, geht. Aber wir sind jetzt da wieder.
It's an each! Die, vermin!
Ein Problem. Zimmer etwas wohnsitz und ins Büro.
Don't forget.
Oder hier. Alarmsbericht.
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
Where's it going now? Hier 40 Minuten noch mit Johannes. Ist ja auch irgendwie spannend. Ja.
This is despicable.
Wie komme ich da eigentlich vor, wie Alter? Kein Plan, Mann. Ich muss ja nur weiter oben, ich weiß nicht, wo es da hingeht. Da muss ja irgendwo oben gehen. Oh Mann, oh den. Was denn? Johannes, was denn? Argumenten. Eine Rotpatrone, ja, leider noch nicht bewaffnet. Das ist jetzt so Theater. Achtung, jetzt habe ich nicht mit. Muss ich da jetzt hin? So.
Back in the grave, you!
Geht das auch.
It's locked, all right. I should find the key to that box. It's locked.
What the
Blood of a pure heart, garlic, blood of a king. I don't understand. Perhaps this is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind.
Was ist? Also der Zugmotor. Oh ja. Entschuldigung. Ja, ja. Oh Mann. Züge.
Edgar. Edgar, can you hear me?
Ja.
Jonathan, is it really you?
Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late.
Oh, jammer zit.
Punctured lung, broken ribs, and internal bleeding. An accurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
Edgar, what happened?
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Jeffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skal epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
I put him in a somewhat delicate position when I made him an immortal.
Really? You sure that was the wisest course of action?
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
I think you're hiding something, Edgar.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of questions.
What can you tell me?
Not much.
What?
He was the...
What? Why?
made...
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to do.
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan.
Do you know?
No.
Her real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of Harriet Jones.
What do you want me...
Do you...
Yes.
Harriet Jones faked her own death. When I found her in the sewers, she confessed she wanted everybody to pay for what happened to her. Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital. That's how she first got infected.
I know nothing about that.
No, Ed.
What does this...
Do you know... My point...
Ja, hij zoekt
Come on.
Hij gaat zo vrij... EP. Zo een beetje danstig.
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot.
You did what?
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
How dare you judge me? Must I name the alarming list of your victims?
We are both deceivers. But at least I know I'm a monster.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
Und schon wieder schwere Entscheidung, Kruzifix. Aussaugen, sterben lassen oder verwandeln. Beschleunigen. Saugen. Wenn man IP dazu.
Yes, your death is imminent, Dr. Swansea. But I swear, it will be quick.
I already told you to call me Edgar. Am I no longer your friend?
I believe you never have been, sir. You have lied to me at every step and betrayed the trust of a woman I cherish.
You and the lady? Really? Well, I should have seen it coming, I suppose. May I add that I welcome this? The biting, I mean.
You have your wish.
Is it going to hurt? I always wondered if you...
Easy, easy. Haben wir ja super gemacht, super sexy. Neuer Hinweis, der sterbende Vogel. Aha. Reach me, Lady Ashbury. Ach ja. Simon schießt da halt mit seiner Waffe, ja. Simon schießt da halt mit seiner Waffe.
Return at a more convenient time.
Ja, wo ist denn unsere Lady Ashbury?
So Harriet Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood. I must tell Elizabeth.
Nein, jetzt los wieder, du.
No civilians allowed, sir. Stupid beast! Stay back, me!
bisschen was herrichten wahrscheinlich. Ja. Das Gegenmittel. So. Ach so. Ah, sim. Ultimate. Hauen. Sonderfertig. Mit deinem Gesundheit. Fuck. Fehler gemacht. Kommst du, Hilfe. Rucksack. Näher. Perfekt. Ja, 20 Minuten nur, Johannes. Zustand 0%. Jetzt haben wir da 0%, da haben wir 38%, aber warum? Nein, jetzt haben wir 0%. Ja. Da haben wir wie viel Prozent? Also 6%, oder müssen wir wieder umbringen? Da, wo ist unser Lady Ashbury? Ist das wirklich gestorben? Einfach so.
Crush them! I shall fear no evil.
Zu der Lady Ashbury. Ja, Vorberichte werden nicht sein, oder? Vorberichte werden nicht sein, oder? Ja, ja, nicht. Also, hätte jetzt nicht vorgehabt. Ja, ja. Ja, genau. So, wo ist denn unsere Lady? So, ja. Nice.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan? What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
He was mortally wounded. I put an end to his misery.
That is terrible, Jonathan. And yet you did what you must. The poor man.
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skal epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
Edgar gave no heed to ethics. His theory could have been proven to be correct, but he abused the confidence of his patients to test it.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Icor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
No, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No! Elizabeth!
Elizabeth. Oh, die kann da nicht aussehen.
It's locked.
Hannes, Hannes. Die Ladezeit leider so scheiße lang, Mann.
Mal die Woche mit 19.500 Zuschauern. Und das macht er jahrelang, hat keine Probleme. Er kann machen, was er will. Keine Early. Ja. Die streamen zweimal die Woche für 4 Stunden mit einem Durchschnitt, sagen wir mal, von 20.200 Zuschauern. Hat aber im Vergleich zum Kollege XY 700 Zuschauer mehr im Durchschnitt. Ich werde vom Vaterstaat gepickt. Muss er Papierkram unterschreiben und bin auf einmal TV-Sender.
Es gibt so dumme Leider, wo verschnickt.
Now would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster.
Beschaffe dir von
I
Lord
think I
Redgrave
know where
einen
to
Tropf
find
von
what I
William
need.
Marshalls Blut. Wäre das wieder alles verstrahlt sein, oder? Ja, war ja klar. zuerst zu dem.
Put an end!
Whose blood could be purer than that of William Marshall? Good evening, old chap.
I won't.
Werbung,
Have you
Johannes.
any new...
He was aware.
Sagen wir halt ihn schnell aus da. Ist ja lustig. Das war nicht bei IP. Auch wenn ich den lang geschaut.
I should have known you were one of them, Johnny. Why was I so blind?
Good evening, Miss...
And good.
What is your...
I'm sure
Goodbye, shop.
she's been.
Du willst aussagen,
Good
hallo.
evening, Miss...
And good e-
Jetzt an. An Stufe 6 war noch 6.
Pray for my mother to never find my killer. Betrayal.